Hi guys, I am not doing tarot. I hope you can see it at the top. I missed doing talk yesterday because I had many clients last night and I just needed to have a rest. I was waiting for you all day today. I'm so sorry again, guys. I was supposed to go live yesterday to do talk and I'm doing it now. I will be doing tarot later on because I promised that I was going to do it from Monday to Friday. So after this quick talk, because I've got so many emails in regards to how to clear out fear, the same repetitive thoughts, and I felt like it is your opportunity to tell the story to our family here on TikTok. And I'll tell you how to help. I will help you to clear out. Obviously, it's going to take hard work because it took a while for me to get rid of any fear that I had of not being enough, not having enough, you name it. So please ask me any questions that you need to ask me. I will be doing tarot later on. For now, this is talk, but I need to talk about fear-based energy. And I'm going to be showing you a chart which has been taken. I've taken a picture of it. Really, it looks really terrible, guys. But it's 11:11, guys. Make a wish. Make a wish right now in this moment. How weird is it that I just got cut off? That is so weird. I'm not doing any readings right now, guys. I think I put it on the top of the screen. I'm doing talk now because I didn't do it yesterday. I didn't get a chance to do it yesterday because I had so many clients. I was so tired. And I just needed to have a break. What is happening here? There's something weird with the devices, guys, or is it just me? So this is an opportunity to tell your story if you want. You obviously don't have to, but I'm going to just give you some tips on how I cleared out how to clear out karma. I wanted to talk about fear because a lot of you has written to me about, Anna, I don't know how to get rid of this fear that I'm feeling. So this is only talk. I'm not going to be answering any questions today. I was supposed to come on live yesterday, but I was so tired, guys. I had so many clients and I couldn't do it. I was just so tired. I feel like this is nuts. So I'm gonna, please put your questions on. I'm gonna scroll through them later on, but I need to talk about the fear-based energy. There is a chart by David R. Hawkins. I know it's really badly taken and it's on my cracked phone. There is a chart taken by D.R. Hawkins. Please go on Google and check this out. And it talks about the level of consciousness and where you are in this time frame. If you are, these are all also the chakra colors. For those of you who don't know what chakras are, okay, we've got a lot to discuss, guys. Like, seriously, take notes. Get some coffee, get some water. I will be reposting this on my YouTube channel. I'm not doing tarot at the moment. I'm doing talk because I have a lot of people out there asking me how to get rid of the fear. So go on Google and type in David R. Hawkins, map of consciousness. These are the levels of consciousness that we are all going through, that we have to go through in life. I mean, some people are just naturally born enlightened. Children most of the time are born enlightened, but parents and schooling and religion and our beliefs get put onto our children, fine. But after a certain age, you have to start finding your own path if something doesn't feel right for you. So when you Google this chart and if you could print it and put it in front of you, this helps you to be aware of how you are feeling in the moment. Now, if you're in a state of fear is worrying about what happened yesterday in the past, what could potentially happen today, what could potentially happen tomorrow. But really, fear is worrying about what happened yesterday, thinking it's going to happen in the now, the present moment, or in the future, or worrying about the future. And it's really important to remember that you have to think about the now moment. The now moment is the most important moment of all, because I always say to my daughter, Stop festering in the past and worrying about what could happen tomorrow, because you don't know if you're going to wake up tomorrow. You worrying about money and the bills and all of this stuff. It's like you're alive now in this moment. It's so imperative to really feel where you are right now and be happy in the present moment. Because people always message me and go, you know, I've manifested. You told me that I've got to manifest, to keep on manifesting, feel it, see it once in a while, which is why I always say create a vision board. If you have a vision board and you put it somewhere, you're always looking at the things that you want to manifest. So it's always in your 3D world, being imprinted in your unconscious body, the soul body, the spiritual body. And remember, guys, what you put out, you get back in. Whether it's good thoughts, good words, bad thoughts, I don't care. And if you're in a state of fear, let me just bring up this this chart again of consciousness. And people always try to, like, if somebody wakes up in a terrible mood, someone in the house, and you're like, what the hell is your problem? Leave them alone. They're just in a different state of consciousness. It's their experience than what you are. You might be on a higher level of consciousness than them. So let them feel their anger, their pain, their hatred. It's just, that's just their perception right now. That's what they're seeing right now. We all have to go through these stages. So when you look at this chart, the lower red colors is the base chakra. This is predominantly earth-based energy, worrying about what you don't have, what could potentially go wrong. So when you look at the chart in this moment, you ask yourself, what are you feeling now? I know it might be backwards for you guys, but the lowest energy here is shame, humiliation. The energy frequency of shame and humiliation from what somebody done to you, or you did something to somebody, and you're in that state of humiliation and shame, you're at a very low vibrational frequency. 20 is very low. When you're above 500, you're enlightened, you're in the love arena. But when you're feeling fear, apathy, or guilt, you're in the base chakra. This is earth base energy, worrying about finances, worrying about health, worrying about the next paycheck, whatever it may be. Worrying about never finding love, worrying about that you're in the lack energy. Guilt, apathy, and shame is the low vibrational density frequency. Now, if we are all energy bodies, we're not just the physical body. And you always hear me say this, guys. We are souls having a human experience. It is not that we are human beings having a soulful experience. No, this is the reason why there is such thing as birth and death. And I go onto my YouTube channel and click on any of my videos. There is, where the title is, an arrow pointing down on the right hand side of the screen. If you click on that arrow, it will open up a description box, and I have many must-watch videos. It's about fear-based energy is thinking in the lack, the conscious. I know that something's going to go wrong tomorrow because something happened to me yesterday or 20 years ago, and that energy frequency that I'm feeling from 20 years ago or from 2 weeks ago is still with me in the now. That this energy, this emotion, the thought, the words that you put out there, you're going to co-create it into your present future, into the future to come. So if you're worrying that you're never going to have money, you're never going to be with anyone, this is the energy vibration that you send out into the atmosphere. That's what I always say to people. And I've had horrible things said to me. I'm chatting crap. I'm devil worshipper for doing tarot. You're on the low vibrational frequency. And what I do, what you do in your life, I'm not going to take you with me when I go, or your mistakes. So don't judge anybody, because everyone is going through things. And at one point, at some point, we've been where they are. We're just judgmental, angry, feeling guilt, apathy. So those are the three low dimensional energy. This is the vibrational energy. Shame is 20. Your energy frequency is at 20. This is low. You're angry, you're pissed off, you're always waiting and expecting for something else to go wrong. Everyone around you is trying to attack you. This is your own world that you are creating. If you are visualizing that everyone in the world is trying to attack you, guess what? You're co-creating self-fulfilling prophecies. You are co-creating your thoughts into reality by putting an emotion into the thought. So when people start attacking you, congratulations. It's because you thought it was going to happen. Have you ever said to yourself, I knew that this was going to happen. I thought of it, I felt it, and it bloody happened. You just co-created your reality. Everyone has a tendency, as human beings in the ego space, have a tendency to focus on the things that we don't have and focus on the things that is going to go wrong. But when you flip your matrix, we're in the matrix. I love that movie. That movie couldn't have been more spot on. You are plugged into the matrix. When you got plugged into this 3D dimension, this world, that was the day you were born. The day you leave the 3D matrix and you come out of this world and you come out of the physical body and you go home, you're back home to reality. This is why there is such thing as birth and death. You are plugged into the matrix. And we all forget that we are divine beings, loving beings of God. It doesn't matter what religious beliefs you are a loving, divine soul. And the divine source loves us for all of our flaws. I would know. I had a near-death experience. So did my mum. And when I had my near-death experience, I thought to myself, that world was more real than this one. What the hell is going on here? So I did my research, and only to find out that there are billions of people in the world that's had a near-death experience where they go into the tunnel, into the white light, see all their loved ones, and they all said that this was home. And that the God source, God, whatever it is that you believe in, the higher source of love and power, there was no judgment. We were our own judge and jury. Because when you do something wrong, you look through the eyes of the person that you hurt, you murdered, you killed, you hurt, whatever, words said. You look into the eyes of the person that you hurt and you feel their pain. You feel what you've done to them. And there is nothing. It's like the energy that you feel is, I wish I could go back and do it again. I feel like crap for what I said, what I did, the negative thoughts, words, feelings that I put out there. It happened to me, happened to my mum. Now, if you look at this chart, guys, and you are apathy, guilt, or shame, you're in the low density frequency here. You're just angry at the world. Everyone is attacking you. Everyone is against you. And hell, let me just say, I am guilty of doing that. Playing the fucking victim. All the things are going wrong to me. Everyone hates me. I have no money. I'll never be loved. Oh, shut up. Shut up. Take responsibility, Annalisa, me, for your stupid thoughts and words and feelings. Feel what you're feeling, and I don't disregard any pain that I have been through because they were friggin' valid. But those pains and those situations and those people are not in here right now with me in this moment. I'm with you guys. So I can either fester on all the shit that happened to me 20 years ago, 5 minutes ago, or I can just be in the present moment and say, you know, what did I learn from that experience with those people, with that person? I learned how to be patient. I learned when to put up healthy boundaries. I didn't give all my energy to this person because what a draining fucking energy it is it not? It's like how much, this is what my best friend Siobhan always says, I ain't giving this shit any more airtime. Meaning I ain't gonna give this person my energy to argue or give this person who is winding me up any more energy to drain my energy. Sending you love and light. Because karma is, the saying is karma is a bitch, but I feel like karma is beautiful. Beautiful. So we're going to get into it today, yes. I'm going to talk about karma and fear. When you get into so this is the lower chakra. So this is the base chakra, the root. When we get into the sacral chakra, this is where like the belly button, just under the belly button is. That is about desire, fear, and grief. So desire, fear, and grief. That's 75, 100, and 125. This is craving, anxiety, regrets of the things or the people or whatever happened to you. You're still in that low disappointing, frightened, tragic thing, thinking about all the things that happened in the past. If you're still there, because the physical body consists of 7 chakras. For those of you out there, I know you know this. For those of you who out there who has no idea what a chakra is, these are spinning wheels in the soul body. If those spinning wheels are not in alignment, something will be physically affected. So let's just say, for example, my heart chakra is broken. My heart is broken. I feel like I'm not loved. I feel in that low density energy of that 20, 30, 50, apathy, guilt, desire, fear energy. This heart chakra is going to affect the breast, the heart. You're going to get diagnosed with all this shit that is actually what was created by your thoughts, because you manifested your thoughts into reality by worrying about something, right? If you're focusing on regret or anxiety or anything like this, it will affect the solar plexus and the sacral chakra. So I can't get pregnant. I'm always having issues with my bowels, my stomach. I have problems with my, I don't know, this area here. There's always issues here. You're manifesting this without realizing it unconsciously. Worry creates a fear. When you don't transmute this energy into something else and release it to the divine source, your angels, your guides, and your loved ones on the other side, it transmutes into an illness, into diabetes, arthritis. I have a problem with my this and that. You know, I say the left, I believe it's the left-hand side is the feminine. That's the past. And then the right-hand side is the masculine. It's the future. So if you have any issues on the left-hand side of you, that's the divine feminine, you're having problems releasing something from the past, which will manifest as a pain in the arms, in the elbows, in the fingers, numb fingers, whatever. On the left-hand side, something hurts me. I can't figure this out. You're not releasing something from the past, an energy from the past. If you're having any pains on the right side of you, that's very masculine. That's the future. I need to know what's going to happen. And you're having any issues on the left side, frozen shoulder, problem with your fingers. I can't walk properly. My arthritis is playing up on the right side of my body. You're worrying about something in the future, and this is something that you need to release. It means the mental body, the spiritual body, the soul, and the physical body are not in alignment with each other. They're battling against each other because the mind is telling you something else. The heart, the soul is saying something else, and the physical body is doing something completely different. If those three are not in sync, you're screwed. And it took me a long time to get there. I mean, 4 open heart surgeries, supposed to die when I was 10. I had my last one when I was 31 years old, and somehow I survived it. It's like, come on. So if your physical bodies, if your chakras are not in alignment, you're going to have to meditate. And that's the best way to get rid of fear. Fear is worrying about past, manifesting the fear from the past into your present or the future. Fear. You need to start going into the stars, into the dimension of the unknown, into the void. And people goes, I'm afraid of the unknown. I'm afraid of what might not happen. I'm so scared. And I go, but why? In the void, in the unknown, you can co-create your reality, because there is nothing from the past or from this now to affect what's going to happen in the future. You guys, if I was to tell you, if you just knew what I knew, oh God. And it's so hard to break it down because this is years of reading and studying and going through my own things. If I was to tell you right now that everything that you see in front of you is what you created, would you believe me? I didn't create illness. I didn't create being broke. You did. I didn't create being lonely or losing this child. Listen, we all have a soul blueprint. We all have a soul mission. And we all, before we incarnated into this physical body, had a plan, a soul plan. I know every one of you here has had deja vu. And if you haven't, you're lying. Do you know what deja vu is? You know, when you see it, I already saw this. How come it's happening? It's because your soul is on the right path and you're remembering the soul plan before you incarnated into the physical body that you're in. You are remembering a memory, the memory that was in your blueprint of your soul. The experiences that you chose to experience, no matter how hard they are, the memories that you choose to experience, it means you're on the right track, guys. it means your soul is remembering. I swear I had this before. This happened already. It's because it did. It's because when you were a soul and before you incarnated into Annalisa, my physical body, I had already pre-planned everything. You know that statement, I didn't choose my parents. My mum is a bitch, or my dad is a bastard, whatever it may be, or my brothers and sisters are assholes, whatever it may be. You chose, and you don't have to believe it. It's okay. Do your research. Don't just listen to me. You chose your parents. Why would I choose to incarnate with a parent who beat the crap out of me, or there was no love? Because that parent on some spiritual level, physical and mental level, has taught you something. And you teach that parent something. If you don't attack back and you don't fight back, I guarantee you on their deathbed, they're going to be like, I should have done better. I could have done better. And I done wrong. And you know when you don't complete your karmic cycle, sorry, but you're going to have to come in and do it again. Same experiences. Same sort of family. How do I clear out karma? I get this all the time. Anna, how the hell do I clear out my karma? You're not going to like the answer, guys. Forgiving and letting it go. Because holding on to something, and I had a client the other day, and she was in the midst of a divorce, and she was like, I cannot forgive him. I will not forgive him. We were married and he cheated on me with a younger woman, and I thought we were good, and out of nowhere it just happened, and I don't know what happened. I didn't see it coming. In a past life, on some sort of spiritual level, you must have done this to your person, and karma is coming back. It's like when that boy, 23-year-old, I always use this as an example, got murdered in a car accident, and the soul comes forward and said, could you tell my mum to forgive the person that murdered me? And the mother says, no, because they killed my son at 23 years old. And the son on the other side is saying, but can you tell my mum that in another life I killed that person? It's karma. It is what it is. Forgiveness is the way to clear out karma, guys. If you don't want to come back with any karmic shit, or you want your future to be more smoother, I'm sorry to say this, you're going to have to forgive the person that did you dirty, that did you wrong. I don't care whether it's somebody murdering somebody. I know it's inconceivable to even think that. But it's not just about forgiving the other person. It's about releasing your soul from that heavy burden of thinking about it, from feeling it, from being in the darkest depth of hell. That is what this is about. It's releasing you. It's not about them. It's releasing your energy and your soul from that low vibrational density, that energy frequency. Now, when you come up to the solar plexus, you're getting up here now. You're going up on the scales from the base chakra to the sacral chakra to the solar plexus. You know, the solar plexus is the gut, the intuition. You trust that. That's where the gold cord is, the cord connected between your physical body and your soul body. And when you go to sleep, you dream and it's so vivid, or you come back into your body after you wake up and you're like, damn, I am so tired. And it's because you've been traveling. Your soul is astral traveling. You're going places, you're setting things in placement for your future. This is what you do, helping souls on the other side. When you are traveling, that's what you do. Sometimes some of us have nightmares. There's something unconsciously that you might need to release. What you're afraid of, let it go. Put it into a suitcase and surrender it to the divine. When you're in the solar plexus, you're at 150. You're at 150, 175, 200. This is about, there's anger, pride, courage, but you're going up in the scales. This represents hate, scorn, affirmations. You're still going up because now you're recognizing that you're feeling anger, hate. You're recognizing it. And once you can recognize that once you can pinpoint that you're feeling anger or hatred or some sort of sadness or some sort of fear-based energy, you can say, hold on, I'm recognizing that I'm feeling this energy. How do I transmute it into something of love and light and of positivity, right? How do I transmute this energy? Now you're in the knowing. Now you know that you're focusing on a low vibrational feeling. What are you going to do about it? Shall we continue to think about it, or shall we try to transmute the energy into something positive? In fact, let me write down my fears let me write it down, because if I write it down, at least I'm releasing it in some form. And then when I write this fear of being alone, fear of having no money, fear of this, fear of that, fear of ill health, you're putting your emotions and your feelings onto a piece of paper and burn them. Burn it up. Burn it up, because it's a way of releasing anxiety and worry and fear and stress. Write down your fears on a piece of paper and burn it. You release it to the divine source to transmute it into something more loving that will come back to you. You have nothing to lose, guys. And don't take my word for it. I always say to my family on here, do your research. When you get to the heart chakra, this is about forgiveness, being optimistic, trusting that, listen, shit happened to me in the past, but I know that divine, I know that my loved ones on the other side, my angels has got my back, and I just need to learn how to surrender. So when you're in your heart chakra, this is about acceptance, willingness, neutrality, trust, optimism, being hopeful. So when you look at the scales, and I say to myself, where am I right now? I feel like I'm more on the reason. So this is like the throat chakra. This is the third eye chakra. This is this area here. More understanding, feeling a bit more serene. When you're above 500, you're good to go. You're going to be near enlightenment. 700 to 1000. So for me, if I was to look at the scales right now, I would say I'm here. Reason, understanding, meaningful. I get the pain of I am you and you are me. We are all going through this tumultuous time together. At one time or another, I was where you are. You was where I was. We are all in this together under one umbrella, this world, this universe. Anyone who was incarnated into this time frame chose to be here for these experiences, chose the people that was going to come into our lives, because we can teach them something, they can teach us something. It's all about lessons when we incarnate here. And this is one of the lowest, densest three-dimensional planets ever. Why? Because there is war, hatred, killing, murder, children innocently getting hurt. This is the lowest vibrational planet. So aliens come down and be like, these people just they're not learning anything. Yeah, aliens. If you believe, you have to believe in all possibilities on everything. Everything is possible. If you can think it, you will create it. This is why I say have a vision board. It's very good. When you're in the heart frequency, this is about forgiveness and understanding. When you can forgive the person that did you dirty, you are a very highly evolved soul. If you can forgive yourself, like I was so angry with myself for such a long period of time for staying in a relationship that I knew was low density, there was no equal give and take with me and this person. It was this person taking everything from me, and I stood there and I let this person take everything from me, and I was okay with it. But it gets to a time in your life when you're done. You just had enough. So I had to leave this low vibrational relationship, because it wasn't about that person. It was about loving my soul, loving me. And it's okay to be giving and loving, for crying out loud. This is why we're here, to love each other, to help each other in good times, bad times. The problem is we always figure it out when we lose somebody or when we're going through some health issues. We always turn to the spirituality, and people ask why. Like a friend of mine was diagnosed with cancer. I never ever heard her say, why me? Never. And the reason is because she would say, well, why not me? Like, this is my soul experience. What am I going to learn from this? To have faith, to surrender, to tell the cancer, okay, you're here. Let's go. Let's do this. But at some point, you're going to have to leave, because this is my space. This is my body. And you're just visiting. Mind over matter. That's how you heal really quickly, guys. mind over matter. When you are willing to forgive everyone that's hurt you, when you are no longer in the fear-based energy, your perception in front of you right now is, I'm lonely, I have no one, will I ever have any children? Will this person ever love me? You need to love you first, is what I was trying to say. You're the most important person. You come first always. You have to love and take care and cherish this physical body of yours, because it's the vessel that is holding your soul for this journey, this human journey. I kept on saying I was going to work out, so I've done a little bit of a workout today. I mean, I'm going to get into it. But your body is a compass, and your body will tell you what's going on. If you're starting to have heart palpitations, or you're starting to feel something in the physical body which doesn't feel right, listen to your body, because your body is a way of talking to you. It's communicating with you. And we have 3 different bodies. We have the mental body, the spiritual body, and the physical body. And you need to listen and honor what your body is telling you. So for example, my body, specifically my heart, is saying, yo, fatty, this is just me, myself, stop eating chips, yeah? Work out, woman. Get yourself healthy. Get into the gym. You know you're feeling it, and I am. I'm feeling pressures because I'm not eating the right foods. I'm drinking a lot of water. I'm trying to get there. And I'm human as well, just basking in whatever is going on right now. And I'm going to get there. I'm actually a workout freak. But I get to a stage where I'm so fit, and then I'm like, I'm going to have a couple of days break. And then it turns out into like a 5-year break. So I'm a Capricorn. When we go in, we go hard. And when we don't go in, we don't go in. It's never rainbow. It's always black or white with us. Well, with me anyway. So when you get into the throat chakra, this area, speaking your truth, being honest with yourself, telling yourself what is wrong. Yes. So joy, love, reason, serenity, reverence, understanding. You're now understanding that your words are as powerful as your thoughts. And when you align your words with your thoughts and your emotions, you really do co-create your future and your reality. You need to check out Eckhart Tolle. You need to read The Law of One. You need to check out Dolores Cannon. You also need to check out, what's his name? Dr. Joe Dispenza. I love him. Dr. Brian Wise. These are all people who wasn't really sure about the spiritual thing until something happened to them where they decided, you know what, this is the information that everyone in the world needs to know. It wasn't just the secret that I put out there. The secret is actually, it's all within you. Everything that I have co-created that's in front of me is what I created. We are literally in this matrix together. And do you remember, is it Mr. Smith? The ego? That is Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith is the one that doesn't want you to wake up from reality, that believes that it's the governments that rule us, that we have to, I get it. Nothing is certain. Joe Black, meeting Joe Black or something? Nothing is certain but death and taxes. I think there is much more to life than just, death and taxes. But this is what I'm trying to say. We're plugged into this matrix. Are you going to choose to wake up? Are you going to wake up and see and stand still and realize that everything, if you look at all of these things on Instagram and on YouTube, and you look at the tree of life, and then you look at the veins within our physical body or the placenta, it's like, it looks like the tree of life. It's all our fingerprint looks like the leaves. Have you ever seen a snowflake land on your jacket or your coat when it's snowing, and you can see? I used to think that snow was just a big block of white ice, until one day snow landed on my arm, and it was literally designed by the heaven. I know, come on, a lot of you must have seen such snowflake. Where did that come from? It's come from a divine source. the source of love. Because when you look at a snowflake, the way it is designed, it's so beautifully designed, and they're not even the same. All these snowflakes are totally different. I was completely oblivious to it until one day it snowed on me and I could see a snowflake, and it was different designs. I was like, hold on a second, is this even real? It is so real. It's real. It's come from the divine source. When you get to the third, the crown chakra, this is absolute enlightenment. This is you seeing that every person that you are in contact with is you. So when you are horrible to somebody and you say horrible words to someone, you do know that it's like a mirror. It will bounce off of that mirror and you're just saying it to yourself. When you judge someone's appearance, their look, their weight, their color, their creed, whatever it may be, you're only just talking to you. Because we have to experience all of life. Being poor, being murdered, being whatever. We have to, being rich, being poor. We have to experience everything. This is why there is such thing as reincarnation. Coming back. Clearing out karma. Turning karma into dharma. Balancing things out. When you are in the crown chakra here, this is about peace and enlightenment. You are now on 600, 700, 1000. Because you can see, just like the ascended masters, Buddha, Krishna, Jesus Christ, all these ascended masters realized to move forward with love. Because what is hate doing for us right now? We're just going to destroy our own planet. We're going to destroy our own planet by bombings, killings. Where you're just doing it to yourself. This is the beauty of when I had my near-death experience. Was when I had my near-death experience and I was in that hospital room and they were cutting me open for 9 hours. I could see them using all these weird tools, and my heart, my chest was legit, guys, clamped open, and I could see my heart beating, and they were like all doing these stitches. I could see everything. But the craziest part of this story was that I could see the soul of the person, the doctors and the nurses that were operating on me. It was like I was them, they were me. I could see their pain, all the things that they went through. One of these nurses were molested and raped and still was a humanitarian, still wanted to do good for the world. What you think, what you feel, and what you say, you will create. If you can think it, you can manifest it into reality. Now, things here take longer to manifest. And the reason why things take longer to manifest is because you send out a thought and a feeling to manifest, and you believe in it in that moment, and then in about a week's time something goes wrong in your matrix where somebody's wound you up or you heard some bad information, and you go back to that low density emotion and feeling. So it's like your heart closes again because something around you, you allowed something around you to affect your physical, mental, emotional body. But if you can look at the situation and go, you know what? Okay, this happened for this reason. What am I to learn from it? I am the creator of my world. This person has come to me because they're teaching me something right now. If you can look at every person around you who is low vibrational, that means your soul has transcended, and you're not going to attack back, because we've all done that. What happens when you attack back? You're tired, you're drawn, you feel you're withdrawn, you've got no energy, you're just sobbing, crying, anger. And that is being in the fight and flight mode. Fight and flight mode is good when you're being chased. But then afterwards, you've got to transmute that energy back to being calm. Because people are always preparing themselves for something to go wrong. I'm guilty of it. I was very, very, very pessimistic back in my days. Till my late 30s. I was so pessimistic. I'm a Capricorn. I have to wait for everything to go wrong. I like structure and stability. I'm very stubborn. I need to have things done in a certain way. And when it isn't, I get out of alignment. Like, I would get wound up for if my mother or my daughter throws their socks onto the floor. And I'm just like, could you not just put it in the dirty laundry basket? Like, what the... You know, these are the things, stupid things, that take me out of alignment. And I stop and I think to myself, just forget it, man. Like, feeling the emotion of irritation is not good, because it will turn into an argument. Why is your sock there? Why don't you pick it up? Do you not know how to put it in the butt? You know, just little things like that. And this is just a small example, because there are bigger things out there that you guys are going through. So you just have to remember, everything that you are going through, everything that comes into your face, every person that comes into your face, ask yourself in that moment, how am I going to respond? Because I cannot control what other people think, say, and do or feel, but I have control over what I think, feel, and say and do. Make sense? So always be mindful. Do I get on with Aries? My daughter is an Aries. My daughter is an Aries. And sometimes that little girl, but I understand that I picked her, she picked me. We made a soul agreement, because we're a soul tribe. We made a soul agreement that we had to complete something with each other. You come back with past life soul tribes. Your soul tribe could be your best friend. Sometimes your family, you feel like my family is more like my friends, and that's fine. That's a soul tribe, a soul connection. Sometimes I know for a fact that I used to be my mum's mum in another life. I know for a fact that my daughter used to be my mum in another life. And when we cross over to the other side and we look at the scenario, the situation, and we're all souls having this meeting, and we're like, I didn't do very well as your mum this time, did I? How about we incarnate next time? But this time you're going to be my mum, or I'm going to be your husband. You're going to be my wife, and we're going to try it again. And what happens is, until you learn the lessons, guys, it will repeat. Either in this time, this lifetime, or in the next one. So people I already answered this before in another live. People talk about suicide. I say don't do it. Because if you do it, what you're doing is you're ending a soul contract before your time. And you will come back and be born into the same sort of scenario, situation again. And I said to God, why can't we remember the things from our past life? And God said to me, because how are you going to learn anything if you already know all the answers? It's about upgrading the soul. Soul evolution, soul transformation. It's about evolving. This is the only reason why we're here. And we chose to come back during this time. And you know, people who have crossed over, they say, we salute you. All of those people who are currently here on Earth, in this three-dimensional planet, with the wars going on, it's so hard here. So everyone who's crossed over, they salute us, because life, it's not easy. But then God says, well, talk to your God. You don't have to believe in it, because they believe and love you. Doesn't matter what religion you have, it's okay. I've had emails from many people of different religions saying, Anna, we don't really believe in the angel thing. But when you said to put it to the test, and I called my guardian angel, apparently you said I had one, and I asked for signs and synchronicities, not even in 10 minutes, it happened straight away. I got signs and symbols straight away. Everyone is assigned a guardian angel into this life. You have your own personal bodyguard that is in the world. You can't, you know, we were all blessed with the intuitive gift. We can sense and feel things when the room turns cold, when we have goosebumps at the back of our neck, and people automatically will turn it into, oh my God, there's an evil spirit in my house. Usually it's like your grandmother, your grandfather, your guardian angel making its presence known, your guardian and your guide. You know, usually it's them, but people would like to go, oh my God, it's a negative energy. Don't let horror movies fool you, please. And I'm not oblivious to that. There are negative energies out there, but like energy attracts like energy. If you're negative, you're low vibration, you're a horrible person, that is the energy that will attach to you, will attract. This is why I always say, raise your vibration. Raise your vibration. Yes, I was tested the other day, had to speak my truth to some people. Good. B. Yes, I was tested the other day and I had to speak my truth. Every time you say something and you speak your truth, make sure you do it with love and light. It doesn't matter how hard it is. You know, the saying is kill people with kindness. No one needs to kill anybody. But that saying is true. if you want to, like, the way that you respond to somebody that's winding you up, you can either be on the same level of frequency as them, or you can just say it from a more calmer space, because you're not wasting the energy, the fuel on this person going, no. You're not wasting this energy here. You're just like, I hear you. Okay. I received what you're saying, but now this is my time to speak. And you talk with love, and you talk with kindness, and you make your point across without being the same. You can't fight fire with fire. You'll just create an explosion. Fight fire with water. Be the calming force. And when somebody's coming at you and screaming at you, do you know, I'm sorry? Do you know how far that goes? When I'm having arguments, or my daughter's trying to wind me up or have an argument with me, and I'm like, I'm sorry. She's like, hold on a minute. We're supposed to be fighting here. Why is she telling me I'm sorry? And then I follow it up with, I love you. Please forgive me. And she's like, wait a minute, what? So it's like diffusing the argument and diffusing a fight with your energy, because energy blends into each other. So if you go into a room full of people who are just low vibrational energy, you're going to absorb that. But if you walk into a room and you wrap yourself in white light, and you tell your guardian angel, wrap your wings around me, I'm about to go into a space where I know there's going to be a lot of negative energy. I ask you this, please and thank you. You're going to be wrapped in love. You're going to be wrapped in that love. Can guides be evil? No. Get that word out of your head, Maria. Evil, negativity. Remember, thoughts, feelings, and words become things. So if you're going, I think no guides are evil. Guides are of love. They are only of love. And we have different guides all the time. It depends on what you're going through during your lifetime. So let's just say, in this time frame, I want to learn how to be a doctor. I will have a guide that is represented doctor, that used to be a doctor, a guide that used to be a doctor, that will walk me through my path. When you have one or two guides assigned to you throughout your life, for your life's purpose. But any new thing that you try, a new challenge that you do, you'll have that guide. If I wanted to be an artist, I channel Frida. She could be a guide. She'll be a guide for me. So this is what I'm saying. My beautiful angels help me every day. Geraldine, 100%. My middle daughter said she chose me to be her mum because I needed her. Seren 669. My middle daughter said she chose me. Children are very, very intuitive. We are too, but as we get older and we're adults, we forget that we're spiritual beings because we're so busy focusing on the bills, how we're going to take care of this, that, love, whatever. And we forget that we're actually spiritual beings. We forget that we are. How do we ask for a sign, babe? Sophia, just ask. And you have to be open to receiving. Don't ask your angels for a sign. Okay, guys, I need a sign. Show me a sign. And then blatantly you see 1111 on your phone as the moment you ask for a sign, 2222, 1133, or a feather falls in your face, or the magpie lands right in front of you, or anything. Just the cold feeling, because you know when you fly, you're closer to heaven, right? You're on an airplane, you're closer to heaven, the energy is freezing. When you raise your vibrations and you feel the cold energy, that's angels, guides, loved ones. You might even see the word angel on your phone. You might say to your angel, like the other day, and I took a screenshot of it. I said, okay, I'm still putting my angels to the test. Are you really with me? Let me know if you're around me. And I'm waiting. No, nothing's happening. No sign. And I'm like, yeah, there ain't no such thing as angels. This is the very beginning. I'm like, there ain't no such thing as angels. Look, I'm asking for a sign because I expected it right there and then. Anyway, an hour later, I'm in the car with my daughter. And I'm still going, angels, they don't exist. There's no such thing as angels. They didn't even give me a sign. And all of a sudden, in the car parked in front of me, my daughter was like, she was like, Mum, look. And I looked and I could see Anna 1111. This is on a license plate. How weird. And I was like, oh my God, I was waiting for that sign. It didn't come to me. So if you're not open to receiving, you'll get it, but later on. It'll come a week later, a month later. When you are open to receiving and you surrender, the signs will come so fast you don't even know what hit you. So fast. It's insane. It could come as a whisper. You could be listening to your radio and then the person singing on the radio says angels, angel, whatever. Your friend angel might call you. Who knows? You might turn on the TV and then all of a sudden you see an angel. Angel wings. I don't care. These are signs, and then we rationalize. The problem is we ask for signs, we blatantly see it, and then we go, did that just happen? And then we go, nah, that didn't just happen. No. And your soul is going, yes, it did, because you asked for the sign. We're not alone. We're not alone. I believe in angels. Leading queen. Good. If there's any negative people, guys, send them away with love and light. Midnight Gospel depicts this 100%. Yes. My goddaughter is an Aries. Oh my goodness. Aries are misunderstood. They're very loving people. They're fire energy. Aries represents fire, and Aries in Greek mythology, spiritually, Aries is the god of war. What's your thoughts on two Capricorns in a relationship? Elizabeth, it can be very good. Look, relationships are going to have its give and take. Capricorn and Capricorn, both stubborn, both grounded, but you'll have both the same, you want the same things. But if you think about the Capricorn sign, is it a goat? You'll be at loggerheads. If you can come to a beautiful, happy medium, a nice compromise, you could have a lasting relationship for sure, because you're both earth signs. But it depends on, are you willing to, you can't have two pessimistic people in a relationship. If there's anything I know about Capricorns, and can I just say something, Elizabeth, I realize I connect to Capricorns and Scorpio. Let me tell you something, Elizabeth. If you're a Capricorn, for any Capricorns out there, the first 35, I think it's 30 years of your life, not 35. Apparently the first 30 years of your life will be the most difficult and most challenging. And boy, was it. So this is what I'm saying. After 30, I would say after 34 for me, life started to become easier. I started to be more spiritual. I started to understand things a little bit better. As soon as I hit 35, it was like the floodgates had opened up for me. Angels, guides, loved ones, signs and synchronicities. I could not ignore the signs anymore. It was in my sleep. It was when I was astral traveling. It was my angels showing me consistent signs that they were with me. It was consistent intuitive hits that they kept saying to me, don't do that, Anna. Don't do that. This is not a good way. This is not the one for you. Don't do it this way. Do it that way. Listening to, like, you know when something feels so good, but it's really scary? That's your soul going, yo, you up there. Do it. It's scary, but go do it, because your intuition is saying go do it. But your ego is like, yeah, but I'm so used to doing it this way. Or maybe I shouldn't do it because something could go wrong. Get out of the ego space. Be in the ego space when you're being chased by a lion or a tiger, or somebody's trying to attack you. Yes, be in flight or fight mode. But staying in fight and flight mode, waiting for someone, right, I'm going to have my guard up. I'm about ready to hit anyone that's going to take me out. Like every day, just waiting for someone to do something wrong. This is wasting all that energy and fuel when you could be relaxed in that meditative state, trying to manifest the things that you want in life. And people say, I'm really confused, because sometimes I manifest and people say that I need to let it go. But then people say I need to focus on it. The way that you focus on it is when you have a vision board or you have a diary and you've written everything down on the paper. You focus on it when you're like doing nothing and you're like, I can imagine already living in that house with a swimming pool and having all that money in my account. You're feeling it in this moment, pulling it, drawing it into you. So getting the health back. I'm going to be healthy. I am already healthy. Don't wait to be told that you're healthy, that you're abundant, that you have the £1 million in your account. You already have it. Claim it now. And then just let it go and surrender it to the divine source. Just say, look, I know you got this. I know I know you want the best for me, because the universe always conspires for us, not against us. The only reason why we feel like we're being attacked and why does this always happen to me? The divine doesn't love me. No one loves me. It's you. You're doing that all yourself. This is a load of crap that the ego mind tells you, that you're alone, that no one loves you. This is bull crap. I love you. I love every single one of you, because I am you and you are me. I feel the pains that you've been through. What pains have you been through? That you've been single for a while? The loss of a child? Yep, tick, tick. That you've been on the street? Tick. That you've had no money? You had no food in the fridge? Tick. What else? That you've been in an abusive relationship? That this person knocked you black and blue? Tick. Anything else? The loss of a loved one? Tick. I've been through everything that you've been through. Going through a near-death experience? Tick. Being told that I might not survive past a certain age because my health, my heart is not developed? Tick. Anyone else? Anyone else got anything different that I haven't mentioned? Tell me. Because I guarantee you that I am you and you are me, and we are all going to go through these things, but we're in it together. Okay. When my youngest daughter drove my mum nuts, I'm an Aries, my mum is a Pisces. Fire and water. Fire and water. Now, you know that water puts fire out, yes? In a room full of fire, there needs to be a water sign. Or at least an earth sign, for crying out loud. At least an earth sign. Because it balances out the frequencies. Hi, Ange. Hi, honey. I haven't seen you in a while, or you've probably been here, but I love you guys. I definitely see it as a sign. What do Geminis represent? And what signs are best suited? Geminis are air signs. I have a placement in Gemini. It's my rising sign. Geminis do not know how to stop. Always on the go. They're always doing something. And Gemini is represented by the twins. The two face. I don't like that terminology, two faces, but it is. It's the two faces. So you're somebody, the Geminis, and again, I have placement. I'm a rising Gemini. Geminis like thirst for knowledge. They want to know things. They like to know things about everyone. They're very charming, very charismatic. Don't know how to keep still. Always on the move. Thing is, with air signs, because you're always on the go, you're going to have to match up to somebody that has the same energy frequency as you. Now, we could be with a Libra or Aquarius, because they're also air signs. But you could also be with an earth sign. Very grounding energy. If you're always floating up there, a earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, will be able to ground you. And whereas Taurus, Capricorn and Virgos are very earthbound energy, what will happen there is you'll be able to enlighten them, make them have a bit more fun. Let's do a little bit more. Let's go. So it's a good balance. It has to always be a good balance. So Gemini's air, you're good with earth. Fire, if you're with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, what can air do to fire? Spread the fire, making the argument worse, or blow out the fire completely, draining your person and your partner. So you have to be mindful of this. But I mean, usually, sometimes opposites do attract. All Aries, Aries are misunderstood. I love Aries though. You're very passionate people. You hit hard, but you love hard too. So I'm not doing any readings today. Get signs when my husband cheats, or signs something's going to happen. We all have an intuitive knowing. We all know when something doesn't feel right. Trust that. It's your soul talking to you. Julie, is my dad around you? 100%. Your dad's probably showing you signs and symbols, and you're not paying attention to it because you're in the grief state. Do you remember the chart that I showed you? And it's okay. We're always going to grieve the loss of our loved ones. But if your loved ones, what I've learned when I connected to souls on the other side, it's like, listen. I'm at home. I'm no longer sick. I don't feel the arthritis, the pain. I can now jump and walk on the other side. Every ailment that I had in the physical world, I no longer have it. I am free from my physical body. I'm free. And I'm trying to send signs and symbols to my daughter, to my son, to my wife, but they are not paying attention to it, Anna, because they're too busy focusing on all the sad things. So when I flicker the lights, they're not paying attention to it. They think there's something wrong with the light bulb. Or if you hear the knocking, it's like, hello, or the shadow walking. They're trying to show you signs and symbols, synchronicities. But you ain't feeling it because you're in the grief state. And listen, I'm not trying to disregard the sad feeling, but your loved ones are like, could you tell her to raise her vibration? Because we're up here and she's down there in the grief area. Raise your vibration so you can hear, feel them, sense them, know that they're there. They will always try to contact you. But when you're grieving, and they say grieve and feel your pain, feel your feels, but please don't stay there for too long. You can't stay there for too long. It'll make you sick. Depression, anxiety, sleepless nights. Then turning the energy into an emotion or a feeling in the physical body. Feel your feels. We'll always grieve the loss of our loved ones, but you still need to live. Because every day that you are alive, you're not getting further from the one that you've lost. You're getting closer. Correct? Every time when you lose someone, you don't get further away from somebody that has crossed over. You're getting closer to them. You're on a journey. And the journey ends with being back with them again. So they're saying to you, bloody hell, enjoy the ride. Because I was only alive since, to be 70. And it was a wild ride. I had good and bad times. You are not getting further away from your loved one. You're getting closer to them. So enjoy the ride while you can. And they're saying, can you go on that cruise? Because we want to go with you. They're going to live vicariously through your eyes, guys. You need to start having fun. Grieve, smile, and laugh. Because when you do, they are with you. They are with you. Always. They never leave. They don't ever leave. My name is Angel. Love that. I love that. What are your thoughts on Capricorn and Cancer? Well, if you look at the wheel, the zodiac wheel, you can actually see that Cancer and that Capricorn and Cancer are polar opposites. They actually go very well together. My best friend is a Cancerian, and when we argue, it is passionate. But when we love hard. We love each other so much. I will die for her. She will die for me. That's very good. It's polar opposites, but opposites attract. Sometimes my Cancerian will drain me because water sign, earth signs. What happens when you water a plant? When you overwater a plant, you kill it. Right, Shiv? I love you. So when you overwater your plants, you drown it out. You drown out the earth sign. So you have to make sure that you are, again, balanced. Elizabeth, I'm 26 with a 1-year-old and I just met a guy and he's a Capricorn, but my life has been challenging. Everyone who goes through challenging times, it's because you're here to teach later on down the line. When you talk and speak about your experiences with people who are current, because we never stay stagnant, guys. Our situation moves forward. It doesn't stay the same. The only time it stays the same is we keep focusing on what happened yesterday and in the past. And don't bring your insecurities into a new relationship. And hell, what do we teach our children? Every day when we fall, you get back up and you persevere. Don't be a hypocrite, mums and dads. Don't tell your children, get up and persevere when you fall, because this is what you teach your children and then you ain't doing it. So yes, we're going to have challenges in our lives. We have to. It's the only way for soul evolution and soul growth. But what are you going to tell the child inside you? Little one, get up. I got you. That's what you tell the little person inside of you. I got you. Get up and let's keep it moving. The same thing that you will tell your children, yes? This is what you will tell your children. Get up, persevere. When you get knocked down, you get back up. It's the only thing you can do. You can stay down and defeated, but eventually you're going to tired of being down on the ground and you're going to get up and you're going to keep it moving anyway. What are the hardest years for the Pisces? Do they all have certain tough years? Yes, my sister is a Pisces. My sister is a Pisces. My sister's a people pleaser. She is like a yes girl. Yes to everyone. And I always say to my sister, healthy boundaries. Pisces are very intuitive. And by the way, Pisces, you govern the Achilles heel, the feet. So be mindful of your feet. Because you may have issues with the feet later on in life. So make sure that you are taking all the supplements that you need to take, cod liver oil, whatever it is, that keeps your bones nice and flexy. Because Pisces, you govern the feet area, so you'll have issues with your feet later on in life. Hopefully not. But this is just a heads up. Pisces, the thing about Pisces is you're the dreamer. You are the ones that stare out into space, and you're very emotional as well. Very sensitive sign. It's like if somebody's not paying a certain amount of attention to you, you're like, oh my God, I've done something wrong. What did I do? This is my sister. And it's like, oh my God, sis, it's not about you. It's just about that person. Don't make it about you now. Don't be so sensitive. It's okay. So I would say for Pisces, I don't even like to put a time frame on it. The only reason why I talk about Capricorns is because I am one. But with Pisces, there is a long period of time, because you need to learn how to put up healthy boundaries. You need to learn how to say no. You need to learn how to control your emotions, because sometimes your emotions get the better of you. And then it makes you feel, I can't breathe. I need to. And then I'm just like basing it on like the things that I've seen with my sister. Emotions are high, but you're a water sign. Water represents the emotions. Your emotions runs all over the place, everywhere. You also absorb and pick up energy of people and animals, trees, the world. You pick up on that energy as well. All water signs, very, very intuitive. Not that I'm saying that none of them are, but water represents the emotions. So whereas I would feel emotions, it's not as bad as how the Scorpios, the Cancerians and the Pisces would feel it. And fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag, you're very passionate. You're going to burn through anything that comes your way. You know, you are that passionate, fiery. Earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, very grounded. Taurus, very grounded, very earth-like based energy. It's like, okay, I like the structure, stability, rooted. Geminis, always in their thoughts. Air signs, always on the move, like water. Water, air and fire, always on the move. Fire can spread through the forest, destroying everything. Water can drown out the earth. Air signs can blow the fire, spread the fire. You know, you have to think about it in the elements as well. Let's see. I'm very stubborn. Sophia, I'm very stubborn, but I'm also very loving. Yes, you 100%. Yes, Aries, I think you are. You're saying that you are. Do spirit guides switch in and out? There's always one or two guides that are with you for life. And then other guides. Some people have like 10 guides. I've seen when I do readings, I'm like, there's like all these guides around you. And I'm like, what are you doing in your life? And in fact, don't tell me what you're doing. Are you somehow relating to business? Are you doing some sort of business studies? Because I'm seeing like doctors, I'm seeing nurse guides, I'm seeing all of these guides around you. Yes, I'm studying to be a nurse and maybe eventually become a doctor. And I'm like, okay, because you got all these guides around you. So I see that. Let's see. All right, guys, sorry, I'm just reading through your comments. I deal with patients at work. This is Charlie. I deal with patients at work, and all their date of birth recently has been in May. Wow. I was guided to you today and I see your live 11:11. You have helped me so much. Thank you. Mandy, I love you. Thank you for that. All I need, I'm here to help you guys. Nothing happened yet, but I'm always seeing mirrored numbers. Don't say nothing has happened, because I'm telling you now, you are going to start to see things. I see orange and yellow light angels in my kitchen. I love that. Orbs. I forever asking my guides to speak louder so I can hear them. Listen, the only way to tune into a guide, to your angels, is by being quiet within you. And people say, you know, I try and I try and I try. And I say, that's your problem. Don't try to connect to you, because guides are so easy. Angels and guides are so easy to connect to. They're so subtle, and they could be so big. When I first started out in this work, all I kept on hearing in the very beginning was beep in my ear, and I couldn't get rid of it. And I didn't understand what that was. And then I went for a hearing test, because I used to work in the airport. So they would give out hearing tests. And I thought there was something wrong with my hearing, only to find out from the person that done the test. They said, your hearing is insane. Insane. And I went, what do you mean? Like so this is how they tested me. I put these headphones on my ears, and then they will make a series of beep, beep. These sounds are so loud, and every time I hear the high-pitched tone, I have to press this button. So from beginning to the end of this test, I'm clicking the button every time. And they said to me that everyone who has come into this cube and who's put the headphones on, they would miss at least seven beats. But from the very beginning, from the very moment, the very hour to the last part of the hour, you've clicked on every single time you heard the high pitched tone, to the last one, which is like it wasn't even there. I heard it. How do I tune in to that sound? By staying still, silencing my ego mind, my thoughts, my emotions, just being. I'm here, I'm ready, I'm listening. I close my eyes and I can hear beep, beep. I can hear it, and I'm still clicking it. I can hear it. They told me from scale 1 to scale 10, you clicked on every single time we sent you a beep. Don't try, just be. That's how you connect to the other side. People always say to me, how do I tune in psychically, Anna, mediumistically? Meditation. Oh God, I really hate that it's meditation, Anna. Okay, well, meditation doesn't have to be sitting in the lotus position going Om. It's a brilliant way to do it, but it's also riding your bike, going out into Mother Nature, getting yourself centered. These are also ways to meditate. Nick, I get cold sometimes. Usually when you get cold and you're feeling a sad or a low vibrational emotional, Nick, it means someone on the other side is loving and wrapping their arms around you. I always see 17-7, 11-11, 13-13 every single day. Sophia, go on Google and write in angel number 17-7, 17-17, 11-11, 13-13. These will correlate to what's going on with you right now. Is a single magpie a sign of bad luck? No, that's stupid song. Oh God, or is it the saying? 1 magpie for bad luck, 2 for love or whatever. What a load of bollocks. And I'm sorry, but who created that song or that rhyme? Human beings. I see magpies all the time. I don't have any bad luck. I love magpies. Magpies are created by the divine source, and so is crows. But for some reason, they put crows as represented as the dead. And it's like, no. Crows represents magic and manifestation. So I have 2 specific crow friends that land on my grandfather tree. And every time I see them, I'm like, hello, boys. And I manifest. Anytime I see my crow friends, I always say that. Every bird is created by the divine loving source. Why do I feel pain when my mum was sick and knowing when she was leaving? Because you have a soul connection. Because you're a sensitive, the empath. You absorb and feel, lead-in queen. You feel and sense the energy of the people that you love 100%. It's because you're an empath. Your soul is connected. You have a soul connection. Okay, so let me see what else everyone is saying. Do I open? Okay. He's a Capricorn, I'm Scorpio, we get along. I would be hearing that in the middle of the night sometimes. Wow. Yes. When you hear the pinging sound, it's your angels. It's a high vibrational frequency. Okay. Let me see. What else? I'm a Gemini and I was with a Sag for 15 years. 10 of those were constant arguments. Fire and air. That's what I'm saying. So Gemini is air, Sagittarius is fire. The fire could just draw you out, or you could draw them out. Air and fire. Fire. Air blows out the fire or spreads it, making the argument so powerful. Yes, 100%. Where is a reliable source? Praagh. So I put sun, moon and rising calculation, and I click on the first one. When you click on the first one, you have to put your name, you have to put your date of birth, the time that you were born, the place in which you were born. So for me, it would be London, England, and then it will calculate it for you. Sun, moon, rising calculation. I just click on the first one. What about people who can't let go? And like hoarding, they're on their own soul print. Hoarding is not good. I mean, I get that you keep things from past and nicely stored in its place, but hoarding, it's like you hoarding problems and pain from past and not letting it go. If you don't do a clear out, what new things, the vessel is not empty for new things to come in. And hoarding creates dust, dense energy, dirt. Like energy attracts like energy. Clear out the things that you don't need. Give it to charity. Give it to the homeless. Whatever it may be. Clear out things that do not. It might hold meaning, but it will. When you give something of meaning to someone else, you don't know what you're doing for the other person. You have no idea. Billy, I keep going through depression spirals. I need to raise my vibration, then they will stop. Yes. And it's not only just about that. You've got to change your perception of how you see everything. If there is a horrible person in front of you or horrible people in front of you, if you start to look at them like, I am you, you are me. You must be going through something to be doing this to me. Look beneath, look under the surface of the flesh. When hurt people, yes, that's the saying. Hurt people, hurt people. Always look underneath the surface of things. Don't just do surface level. You're this and you're cruel and you're horrible. Why? Why is that person cruel and horrible? What the hell are they going through that no one in their life has any understanding for them? No one in their life is saying, look, what's going on? Are you all right? No, I don't want to talk to you. When you're ready, I'm here. I'll talk to you. I'm here. Could you imagine if you come with that energy to somebody who's all about the fight? Eventually, you're going to be at the back of their mind and they're going to go, maybe I need to talk to that person because I'm so angry. I'm so mad right now. Maybe I need to get rid of this suppressed feeling. And you become the helper, the healer. So yes, you raise your vibration, change your perception. If you're focusing on all the shit that has gone wrong, that will go wrong, I guarantee you it will happen in the future because you're not changing your perception on the situation. It's time to change your thought process. Everything that you've manifested has to start off with a thought, a feeling. First, it starts off with a thought. Then you add the emotion and the feeling to it. And then you add the words to it. Co-creating your reality. Joe Vitelli. Zero Limits. Go get that book. Joe Vitelli, Amazon, Zero Limits. This man lived in his car. He had nothing to his name. And he's a multi-millionaire. And I already spoke about this before. He spoke to a shaman in Hawaii. His name is Hugh Lin. And he talks about Ho'oponopono. I think I'm saying it right. Mantras, saying I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. going into a space and cleansing out the energy by saying, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. These are all enlightened beings. Thoughts on Taurus and Cancer. They go good. They do go good together. There'll be some differences. Again, earth and water. Earth and water. Taurus, though, is a fixed sign. Very stubborn. Fixed signs are the signs where it's like, it's my way or no way. The fixed signs are Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio. Very stubborn. Very stubborn people. It's my way, no way. Taurus is also the bull. You can't move a bull, yes? You ain't moving no bull. Scorpios, they will sting you. Aquarius, they flow like the, if you look at the symbol of the Aquarius, it's the water jug. So they're flowing. I'll leave you there if you ain't interested. I'm going to go my way. See you later on. That's how they are. Josie, I'm a Sagittarius. My partner is a Virgo. We have been together 17 years. My best friend is a Sagittarius and her partner is a Virgo. And sometimes my best friend, because I have two best friends, one is Cancerian and one is Sagittarius, Christina and Siobhan. Now, Siobhan is my Cancerian best friend. Christina is my Sagittarius best friend. Now, my Sagittarius best friend, she's the life of the party. Yeah? She's always doing or saying something. And the problem with Sagittarius is verbal diarrhea. You just don't know when to shut up. And sometimes when you say something, you're like, oh my God, did I just say that? I shouldn't have said that. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And her Virgo man is just like, could you just leave me alone for a second? Just leave me. Now, earth signs need to be left alone. Fire signs, leave us alone. Let us do our thing. If we have an argument, I'm an earth sign. My daughter is a fire sign. Leave me alone. If we have an argument, stop coming into my ears and telling me things. Give me my space. So Saggies, give your earth signs a break because your energy is very potent. It's a lot. It's a lot. You govern your the back area, stomach, back area. So be mindful of that. And it would be very passionate, by the way, between a Sagittarius and a Virgo. But there has to be a equilibrium, a balance. There has to be a balance. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath and listened and heard a little robin, a light robin. I love that. Thoughts on Taurus and Leo. Taurus and Leo. Again, Taurus is the fixed sign. Leo's is also fixed, so it's going to be a bit loggerheads. It's Leo is fire, Taurus is earth. So I don't know. It could be a good connection, but again, there has to be equilibrium in the communication. You both have a very stubborn streak. Taurus is more, Taurus is governed by the throat. So they like to talk, they like to speak, they sing, they like to rap, whatever, but it's communication. Taurus governs the throat. Leo, great hair, great hair. Leo, you have big hearts. You govern the heart space, but you also have an issue of, you come across like the Leo, the strong lion, but behind closed doors, there's like, you don't have any confidence. It's like to people, you've got all this confidence, the great hair, and behind closed doors, you're so horrible to yourself. You say horrible things to yourself. You don't think you're good enough. You don't think, and it's like, come on, you're the lion. You're represented by the lion. I'm a Virgo. I need my own space. Lilith, moon. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm a Virgo moon. My rising sign is Gemini, my sun sign is Capricorn, and my moon sign is Virgo. So Virgos, yeah, we kind of, and Virgos are humanitarian, so they like to help the world in some way or some form. Okay, let me just see who else is here. Also true what you just said. Yeah, Emma. Aquarius and Capricorn. Capricorns are cardinal signs. The cardinal signs is Capricorn, Libra, Aries, and oh god, I forget. Cancerians. 4. Cardinals are leaders. Kind of got the same energy frequency as the fixed signs, which is the Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Because it's like we don't want to be told what to do. We like things in a certain way. So if you're a cardinal sign, Capricorns and Aquarius. So Aquarius is fixed. Capricorns is cardinals. There is going to be some loggerheads. But if you think about Aquarius and you think about Capricorn, Aquarius is the air sign. So you're air. Capricorns are the earth sign. It's like the fish and the bird. So it could be wonderful together. Aquarius. If Capricorns doesn't allow their Aquarius to be who they are, because Aquarius, the age of Aquarius, you have the energy frequency where you come in to change the world, Aquarius. So your differences are beautiful. Do not change for anyone, Aquarius. I have Aquarius placements in my chart too. Very intuitive. A lot of mediums are Aquarius energy. Capricorns also, again, very grounded energy. They like their own space. They like, and the other thing about Capricorns, if you look at the zodiac picture for the Capricorns, they are not only the the goat, they also have a fishtail. And I love water. I need to be in water. So you have an energy of loving water as well, needing to be around water. It's like a fish. It's a good mix if you can find balance within the connection. Yes. Opposites always attract, like I was just saying. What about being the cusp? Mandy, wow. If you're a cusper, usually you have 2 personality traits. 2. Karma. A lot of karma to deal with as well. When you're a cusper, so let's just say you're a Taurus with an Aries. I mean, come on, it's polar opposites. So your personality as a Taurus would be fixed and cardinal. Powerful, but stubborn. I'm stuck in my ways. Aries, fire sign, passion, creativity. Taurus, speaker, singer. So you combine those 2 together. That's a very powerful, potent energy. Depending whether you're a cusper or not, powerful energy. 2 sorts of energies. Now, my young buck was a Taurus and Aries. He was passionate and fiery. He's actually a performer. So he sings and he is creative. He uses the throat chakra a lot. And he's also very driven, very stubborn. I want to knock him out. But this is the kind of energy around my young buck back in the day. So yes, cuspers are very powerful. Do night terrors mean anything, Anna? Night terrors, Elizabeth. I used to get them a lot. You need to have crystals under your pillow. Rose quartz crystal, amethyst crystal, citrine crystal. Any crystals. Get black crystals as well. So you can Google crystals for sleeping. If you get night terrors, I had one today. It's so weird. Last night I had 3 nightmares. It was one after the other. But I woke up this morning and I took note of it and I was like, okay, there is something going on possibly in my 3D world later on where something low vibrational might happen. It is what it is. Just take note of it. Just be mindful of it. No need to fester on it. Night terrors are the ones where you're having absolute nightmares. You wake up in a cold sweat. My daughter used to go through it until I put crystals under her pillow. unconscious stuff. Night terrors is the unconscious part of you that is fearing something, and or something in your 3D reality is transmuting into the unconscious mind, making you dream about something. The night terror, something that you need to let go and release. Is there something that you're afraid of in your waking life that's now manifesting as a night terror? These are things that you need to bring up and bring out, which is why I said to you earlier, write all of your fears and worries on a piece of paper and burn it. So you're surrendering it to the divine source to transmute it into a positive, loving energy. If you have any sleeping problems, I'm telling you now, get some crystals. I've showed you this many times. Lepidolite is a really good crystal, by the way, guys. Lepidolite. Where's my lepidolite? Oh God, I can't find it. Probably under my pillow, guys. Lepidolite, if you Google lepidolite, anyway, Google crystals for sleeping, very good. Lepidolite is a great crystal for tuning in. Oh, here it is. Here you go. Lepidolite. It's like a purpley, and it's got white bits in it. Put this in like a little bag, a little a sock or something clean, and then put it under your pillow. It will transmute any nightmares. Give it a go. My mum used to tell me that she was always not sleeping very well, and so I put citrine crystal under her pillow. I put amethyst crystal under her pillow. For those of you who are trying to tune into your psychic abilities, Shiva Lingam is very good. Shiva Lingam is a great crystal to have when you're tuning into your psychic abilities, to meditate with it. Hold it. Shiva Lingam, very great crystal to have. So Elizabeth, I hope that helps. Get some crystals and put it under your pillow. When you get your crystals, do me a favor, guys, just blow on it. You put your life force energy into it, and you clear out any other energy of the person that touched it the last time. Just blow on it. Doesn't take long, does it? Just do that. How do I find out my other signs? You need to know your time, your birth time. Is this just crystal guidance? No, a moon. No, it's not. It's everything. I'm talking about everything. That's a shamanic stone, isn't it? Yeah, I have shaman, guys. Actually, I have a Pocahontas shaman that looks like a Pocahontas shaman that is with me. I know that I have to, at some point, go to America and go to a shaman tribe and do some drumming. I know that much. Okay, what else? We're not just talking about crystals today, no, hun. Do I think Aries and Capricorn can't work? If you guys, you see, Aries and Capricorn love hard and fight hard. That's the problem. And you burn each other out. And if you look at the love chart between a Capricorn and an Aries, they say that that's actually a match. It's not a match. But you learn something very important from this connection. Aries and Capricorn learn something very important. Very important. Emma, Taurus and Taurus, please. My partner and son is a Taurus. Right. Emma. Taurus is about beauty, some money. They have very good at talking, very good at communicating. Sometimes, because you're a fixed sign, you have a stubborn streak. This is good. If you're all the same element in the house, you should have an understanding. But don't forget, you're all the bulls. So 3 bulls in one house. I hope you've got other placements in your birth chart, like water, fire, or some sort of air sign in your placements. I'm sure you do. But having the same element in the house is great. My sister, her husband and her 2 children are fire signs. She's the only water sign. So I'm like, yo, it's a good thing that one of you is water, because that's too much fire in the house. That's going to be a bloody explosion, yes. Anna, what about Cancerian and Leo? Don't give a fuck. Nikki, what Cancerian and Leo? Actually very good. It will be a very passionate connection, but you have to be careful not to overwash your fire sign, because Cancerians are very emotional people. Leos like to have the attention. They like to, they're the life of the party, like a Sagittarius, fire signs. So Cancerians have to be careful not to water out your Leo partners, because you will drain them and they're going to need a minute. You might not see them for a while because they need a break. So be careful not to over water your Leos. Okay. Leo and Kate, Leo and Leo definitely don't work for me. No. If you have balance in your relationship and you communicate well, there will be a balance. But sometimes you're too much alike, that can create be at loggerheads, because you're both fixed signs. You're both my way or no way. I don't know if I can compromise with this certain situation because it's not going to work. And then your person is like, yeah, but it's not going to work either. Like, we should compromise. If you have a compromise with the same star sign as you and you talk it out and you listen and you don't overshadow what the other person is saying, you're good to go. Because people don't have a tendency to listen. We just talk over each other. You know I'm telling the truth, guys. And this is for all signs. Cancer and Capricorn good together. If you look at the scales, they match each other. They're the opposite signs. Pisces and Aries again. Kim, don't overwater your fire signs, because water puts out the fire. And when you put out the energy of your person's going to be like, I can't do this. I'm drained. Now you've mentioned America, have you ever been to New Orleans? What's your thoughts on voodoo dolls? I don't like that. It is what it is. It's out there, whatever. Each to their own. If you're protected and you know in your soul of souls and your heart of hearts that you're protected by the divine source, no one could even have the capability of putting negative energy on you. And don't forget something, guys. If somebody's sending you ill wish and ill thoughts, just be mindful that it will come back to you. Any evil words or thoughts or anything that you do to hurt someone else, karma will come back to you. This is why I'm very mindful of what I think, feel, and say. And if somebody is doing any evil towards you, if you give it a thought and you give it power, it will have power over you. And when somebody's ill wishing you and is sending you evil things, do you know what you do to fight back? You send them love and light. You don't ill wish any people doing voodoo on you. You send them Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael for love and healing. Like people saying to me, what do you think about Russia and Ukraine? And I'm like, you send love and light to Ukraine, but you send love and light to Russia as well. There's a lot of people in Russia that doesn't want this, you know. You send love and light to those people too. So if you believe that somebody has power over you, black magic and all this shit, I don't like it. Low vibrational entity energy. You send them love and light. Simple. The whole voodoo doll thing, don't like it. Each to their own. Love and light to you. That's it. Aries and Aries. Damn! Sophia. There must be a very hot and spicy connection here. But you're also at loggerheads. Because you know what Aries are? Cardinals. Boss and boss. Boss and boss. Amen to that. I have a friend in both Russia and Ukraine. They're all good. Thank God. Thank God. All right, hon. I'll see you later, Geraldine. Love you. Thank you. Cancer and Libra. Mangrove. Mermaid. Cancer and Libra. Oh, you're welcome, Kim. I love you. Cancer and Libra. Cancer's water. Libra is air. Again, fish and a bird. It could be good together. You flow well together. Think about it. Water is always on the move. The same as air. Air is constantly moving. So is water. Water will only hold its form if it feels like if it's in a glass. Water in a glass holds its form, but water also absorbs energy. So you will feel the energy of your Libra. You'll feel the energy, the emotions, the thoughts and the feelings, because Cancerians are very intuitive, but you have to be mindful of the energy that you tune into as well. Okay. Aquarius and Libra, air. Leisha, 1111. Aquarius and Leo, air and fire. Do not blow out your Leo. Do not blow out the fire, because Leo's a fire energy. Do not do too much with air. You're an air sign. If you are argumentative, you blow out your partner's light, they're going to need a break and they'll walk away for a while. Also, when you blow, because what does air do to fire? Either blow it out completely or spread it. So your arguments could be so spread to everyone in the room and everyone gets involved, or you could blow out the energy of your partner. Therefore, your partner is saying, I need to go. I need to go. So if anything, if you find balance, equilibrium, you communicate and you listen to one another, of course, you can get on very well together. I'm going to be doing a live reading today, guys. I'm going to do guided messages today. I'm not going to pull tarot. I'm not doing a love reading. I am going to be doing guided messages today. I'll be reposting this on my YouTube channel. I'll probably go on around 6 p.m. UK time. That's in about 5 hours to do the live reading. But I did promise everyone here that I'm going to do readings. Today, I'm going to be pulling guided messages. It's not tarot. It's going to be guided messages. So if you're looking for messages from your guides, your loved ones, your ancestors, I'll be doing that at 6 p.m. UK time. So guys, I love you. I need to eat. I'm so hungry. I need to eat something. I love you. Okay, Sophia, I'll remember. The time difference, New York. I can't remember. I'm sorry what the time difference is. I don't know if you're 5 or 6 hours ahead. No, I'm ahead of you. I can't remember. Oh my God, I can't remember. But it's 6 p.m. UK time. I'll be back to do free readings. And I'll be here all week. I'm going to do free readings all week. I love you guys. I will try and do as many people as I can for my reading. No, it's free. Mangrove Mermaid. I don't charge. I do paid readings. Yes, I do. Oh, just let me show it to you really quickly. The paid readings I do is a 1 hour tarot reading, 50 Great British Pounds. That's something like $68. This will tune into your past, present, and your future. The birth chart reading, I will look at your whole year, what's to come. I'll pick up on illnesses, deaths, marriages, holidays, moving, business. Birth chart reading, 30 Great British Pounds. That's 40 something dollars. Soulmate reading. Am I with the right person? Is this my soulmate? We're having tumultuous times, or everything seems so blissful, whatever it may be. I tune into the energy of you and your person to see if this is your person. 30 Great British Pounds. And then 2 questions, 3 cards each, £7.77. That's something like $10 something. So if you want to know my prices, send me an email. My email's on the link on my bio, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. So if you want to know my prices, send me an email and I will give you absolute full details on how I do my readings. I will be back and my times will vary. So I'm going to do readings at 6 p.m. today, but during the week from Monday to Friday, my times will vary because I have followers from all over the world. I even do midnight readings here in the UK for my people who are 11 hours away, who are in Australia. So I will do, times varies every day because I have to think about all of you. I love you all so very much. I will be available tonight, honey. Yes, I'm going to be here at 6 p.m. UK time, and then I'll be doing more free readings during the week. Again, if you want a personal private reading, send me an email. My email's on the link on my bio, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. I will be reposting this on my YouTube channel because all my people say, can you post it on YouTube, please? Go and watch it again. I love you guys so much. Key West. I'm not sure what the time difference is. You got to check that online. I love you, Elizabeth. I love you guys. Bye, Lilith. Bye, guys. I'll see you later at 6 p.m. UK time. Thank you to my moderators. I need to go and eat. Namaste.